Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're viewing this. This is Diana Piagentini of To Be Positive Crew, representing Mojave Group, the movement. I want to represent a movement, possibilities here in the city of Mojave, in East Kern County, and just do something different, something that can actually make a difference. And I'd like to affect those around me. Small business owners in the community, for the most part, this economy, everybody's struggling. But we've got major industry going on with clean energy to my west, and we've got the spaceport to my east. But the actual community of Mojave itself has a lot of needs that aren't being met. So as a person who has served this community for 6 years, working with the county initially, I'm excited about my opportunity to serve the community up close and personal with To Be Positive Crew.
Why Mojave, out of all places, from coming from such a city-oriented area?
Mojave. I've been serving the East Kern County area, Ridgecrest and Mojave for the last 6 years, working extra help nine-month contracts with Kern County.
Okay.
Each time I've worked with Kern County, in doing my job, I've noticed other things that were needed. But unfortunately, that's not in my job description, so needless to say, I couldn't do it. And because when you're working for an agency, a company, a county agency as such, you have to stick with procedure and protocol. You can't deviate. There's no compromise. And after 6 years, I finally came to the conclusion, maybe I can do this in a different manner and complement what's being done in Mojave with America's Job Center, which is formerly known as the Career Service Center. But also what they do there can complement the services that I'll be implementing down here. My focus initially, you already know, are youth at risk, but I work with parents as well, young adults, and young adults go 35 and under. So me kissing 52, I miss that young adult moment. But you know, with the kind of shows that we worked in the past, I'd like to get young people involved in exploring their own creativity and possibilities that they may be able to come up with, non-violent, non-drug related, outside of a bed. But right now, the most popular thing is what we see on TV, what we see in media, social media, and entertainment, blood, gore. I want to show them something beyond that. I'd like to book disaster area films to come out and do youth projects and put these young people in a creative mode where they're not only creating their skits, but they're creating their wardrobes, they're creating their music, their screenplays.
Right.
But while they're doing all of this, those that don't have that talent, those that are more technically inclined, are looking back and say, you know, we can do that a lot easier if you do this.
Right.
Because I remember your face the first day I met you, and you just stepped out on a limb and said, all right, lady, my boy sent you over to talk to me, so I'm going to honor my boy's request. Let me see what you're doing. But the look on your face when these kids ran up to me and said, Miss Diana, we got something for you. Can I show you this? Can I show you this?
Right.
And then when you saw what these babies did, you said, ooh, what you need, lady?
Yeah.
This is what I want to get out there. We need money. I need money to make this happen. I'm doing this by the sweat of my brow and by the grace of God. And with your assistance, I've got Assemblyman Bradford, but this isn't even his district. So you understand what I'm saying?
And you can tell just by looking at the community, there's money here. I looked at the solar area, you guys, the solar fields and the windmill fields, and like you say, the space airport, spaceport. So it's sort of a sandwich.
Yeah.
And the junk food's in the middle.
We need to turn that junk into some meat.
Right.
I have a neighbor to my office right here who's a certified notary public. She's also a client. Why is she a client? Mojave Basic Business Solutions isn't even established yet, but she can't afford my services. I don't need a notary right now.
Right.
But say I contract a client that does need a notary. I have one, so what I can do for her, with the office space that I have of 3,000 square feet, individual office spaces, I can actually work with people individually and allow them the opportunity to service their clients as well in my space and increase their potential, earning potential. Excuse me for a moment.
Oh yeah, no problem. Right, because see, people are not used to people helping people.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
But see, that's why this community is junk food right now.
Right.
That's why we need to nurture the meat back into it and develop a win-win mentality, a golden rule kind of mentality. When you are surrounded by garbage and hopelessness, and yeah, you see solar farms and windmills, and you see the spaceport, you see all of that, but that's out of your reach if you only have a high school diploma.
Right.
That's out of your reach if you're 24 years old with 4 children. Now, when you're looking at a reality like that, the resources such as, you know, the Career Services Center and agencies such as myself, To Be Positive Crew, that will work together and collaborate to help the community. We are the glue that kind of puts it together or helps it stick. And my objective is to make people more aware of the resources that are here. We have resources. We have the potential of doing really good business. So again, my purpose with To Be Positive Crew is to give the community a voice. Let them first know they have one. Secondly, parents. Parents need to recognize the fact they still have rights. As parents, we have the right to use the resources that we have. As an adult, you pay your taxes every year. Why? Because you just want to give your money away? Or for fear of consequences?
Consequences and service that should be rendered to us since we pay those taxes.
Hello. But again, it's not about the abusing authority as a parent. It's about regulating authority. And the old African proverb, it takes a whole village to raise one child. It takes more than that to raise a grown-up. We have more adults that have complete adolescent mentality and behavior. I had never experienced such from some of the people in the community that I've experienced. Now, mind you, I've experienced the special nut, and I've experienced the just, you know, having a hard time trying to regroup and get readjusted. And then I've also experienced the, oh my God, what's happened? Somebody with a degree and has lost their home and they're facing something they've never imagined in their life. So there are 3 different categories in this community. Yes, some people are the ones that were dumped over here and they're just here to get what they can get. And that's our responsibility, the other 2 categories, to make them uncomfortable enough to get out. Because once we band together as a community and we start elbowing each other, okay, well, who's this cat? What's he doing? Okay, so you sure it's okay? Because I've had questions, and I know I've heard a few feelers in the community walking up to some homies just standing out posted. So what you doing?
Right.
What you serving?
Right.
And they don't like, because they're used to seeing me suited down in the office down there. So for me to walk up, talking, what you serving? They want to know what's up with you. But what it is I'm kind of in Eddie Murphy mode. It's new sheriff in town.
Yeah. And it'd be important if you had a community behind you as well. Because if you're standing alone, then,
Well, see, working with the sheriff's department will be one of my greatest assets. And the reason for that is because you remember how it worked in Inglewood. For me to take a thug and put him in an improv workshop and make him the victim. Those were some days.
Now you're blasting with busting secret and I hit him left. My homegirl is bleeding to death, a victim of life death. I'm in the game with no rep. They tried to follow me, but that don't bother me. I'm worried about my homegirl is worried about me. I'm like, stay alive.
This is what our young people face. And it's not always gang active young people that face tragedies such as this. I have 7 children of my own. There are many mothers and fathers out here, uncles and aunts. And you don't want to bury your babies.
I go inside.
some days. You know, those were some days, because the cool thing about it was it made them think. It provoked, wow, this is what I've done to other people.
Right. Yeah.
Not every kid we worked with made a change.
No.
Some of them are dead.
Yeah. But
Some
look
of
how
them
many that did change.
And that's what matters.
Right.
That's what matters. So this is an extreme joy for me to have this much space to do this much in this little community.
Yeah, yeah. And like you say, the potential is there. I mean, everything is there. It's just, I guess we have to knock on those right doors and present it the right way, so that everybody can see that it's important for everyone. I mean, it's not just all about profit, it's about community.
Well, the good thing about it is, To Be Positive is still a public benefit corporation. Been an establishment since 1998. Good standing with the state of California since the beginning.
Yeah.
But what I want to do, what I want to implement with To Be Positive crew, and I'm using my daughters and actually a former client.
Okay.
And I'm utilizing the three of them and presenting a project called Mojave Basic Business Solutions. I'm setting it up as an LLC, which is office automation,
Okay.
secretarial services for small and home-based businesses. You have a smaller home-based business, you're running your business on the weekends and the evenings, out of a P.O. box. How much business are you missing?
Right.
But on the other hand, and by setting it up as such, I want to develop it as a pilot program. That way, I'm giving my daughters the hands-on,
Right.
on-the-job
On-the-job
training,
yeah.
and showing them, you know, specifically, this is how we do it. This is how it's done. Now, when others come to you, these are the steps you need to take to identify what their needs are and how they can establish their business or their resource or whatever it is that they want to do. Now, you know, they're kicking and screaming right now because this is overwhelming to them.
Right, right.
But the good thing about it, Dominique and Claudia and Emily, I love you all very much. The good thing about it is, how incredible are they going to be when it all comes together? Because, see, they've been petrified. How are you going to do this? And I have promised them, I can't give you a blow-by-blow, but I can tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
And you already know, you watched through the years and you remember the excitement, pre-show excitement, the actual show excitement,
Yeah.
the after.
Right. And then the planning for the next.
Yeah, because
Now that
we're not
everybody's
even out the
coming.
parking lot. Don't even
Right.
have that show packed up and we're like, oh my God, can you imagine this?
Yeah.
That's why I said, and I'm going to show you those scenes I discussed with you so I can really, really get that bug biting on you too, because when I show you some of the creativity that is just right here in this desert community, and all these young people are waiting for is an opportunity for somebody to say, show me what you can do. Man, there's easy money. Frankie Beverly and Mays came out and did a concert over at the Spaceport because they have sound stages over there. They have film stages. They have, in this community, the capability of making movies. This community is excellent for manufacturing. I'll show you the school, Joshua Middle School. It's been shut down for years. Fully operational school. Okay, well, if you're not going to make it a school, let's make it some kind of training program. But again, this community needs somebody with a big enough mouth
Right.
to bug the right people enough times.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know it's not going to be, okay, let's do it. It's
Right,
going to be,
right.
no, sweetie,
Okay, give her a chance.
It's going to be a whole lot of them.
Right.
But there will be that day where somebody says, girl, give this girl a chance
Yeah.
before I have to shoot her. Because this is like the interview, Will Smith interview, this is what I believe. And I'm willing to die for it, period.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do this. I want to be the difference made in Mojave. I want to be the change that comes to pass. Now, understand, by no means am I taking any credit. I want God to use me to do this.
Right.
But understand, He's allowed me 6 years in this community, 6 years to learn this community, to see the ups and the downs, the funnies and the not so funnies. And I'm excited about the few people, as I said, my neighbor, who couldn't find a job, so she took a training course and she made herself a job. She became a notary. Slow money, but she made herself a job. She's taking classes again now. This is what we have to do as people, as functioning adults.